Well, it's another miserable, rainy day across our area. Welcome to the weather update. It's 4 p.m. on May 6th, 2020. And you'll see here the rain that is over our area. Some rain showers. We're in the midst of these rain showers right now. We've been dealing with on and off rain showers throughout the day. And that's all part of this low pressure, this weak wave of low pressure here that has to rotate through. So we're going to be dealing with this rain on and off for probably through early tomorrow morning. Looking at the satellite here, you can see here is your storm system, and you can see here is the warm sector over here, probably very warm over here. We'll look at some observations, and then the cloud shield with it. Let's go ahead and look at some observations here and see what it is in that warm sector, because I'm kind of curious. So go to the weather and hazards map here from the Weather Service and look at our observations and see what we have. And you could also see frost and freeze warning. So kind of a cold air mass rolling into the area. Let's take a look at some of the observations that we have across the area. So it's pretty chilly out there already. We're only around 50 degrees. A lot of stations are reporting 40s, 48 at Kennedy. And same thing down the Jersey Shore as well in the 40s. Down here, you'll be able to see where the warm sector is. Right here, they're well into the, looks like 70s. I'm sure it's humid there too if we throw the dew points in. Yeah, dew points in the low 50s. But for us, we're just dealing with a cold, raw day across our area. If we're look at some of the observations here on the site, see 49 at Central Park with light rain, 50 at Farmingdale. So you get the idea of what it's like out there. It's not very nice. So let's go look at our models here and take a look and see what's going to be happening. I also want to just plug in windy as well. Let me just load this so we can load this in later. Okay, for later. So we got this deep trough that's going to be over the east. Showed it to you in the upper air yesterday, and I'll show it to you again. Let's go to the upper air here. So here we go, 500 height anomaly. So you can see here this deep trough here in the east, and then we have a really deep one. Look at how deep that is. Look at the. We're gonna go over those upper air temperatures because they're frigid on Saturday, and then that pulls out, and then another one. So you still see the troughiness in the east, and then we start to see this relax toward the end of the month. But it's always, the way the GFS is. It always seems to forecast something happening around the 10-day period, and it doesn't. We went through that with the winter. In the winter, hoping that we'd have this pattern set up in the winter, and we never really had it set up in the winter. Instead, it sets up in the middle of May. So we're gonna go look at the. I'm gonna shift this over to the eastern U.S. and we are going to look at some 850 temps. No, that's not exactly what I want. I'll use another. I don't think it shows up well on this. I think this one has the 850 temps. Yeah, it doesn't. I think I have to use windy for that. Okay, we'll just go to our surface map then. We'll go from there. So here is your weak system here. It's going to be pulling away tonight slowly, dry out tomorrow. And then Friday we have the next front is approaching, and hopefully we can manage a dry day before the rain moves in around probably 6 o'clock or so. And then we're going to be dealing with rain, another rain event overnight Friday into Saturday, and there could be some snow on the northern periphery of this, and that's why we're talking about those cold air temperatures. And then when the low pulls out, we're going to have a lot of instability and a cold pull off. And again, look at how tight those isobars are. You're going to have a very strong northwest wind when you have isobars looking like that. So even though it may not be raining most of the day on Saturday, we're going to have this very strong northwest wind, which is going to be a problem for me, as you know, because it's still not allowed. The government is still not allowing us to sit inside a dining room, which is. I have a rant coming up that'll be another video. This is the weather update, just me. I have a rant coming because I'm getting tired of this. I'm ready to start defying this. Anyway, so we move along here, and You'll see the isobars are still tight on Sunday, so we still have that northwest flow, but there should be not as much instability, so we'll have more sunshine. And then as we go into Monday, and night into Tuesday would be our next system. And then we have this big high building for next week and give us hopefully a break from this most of the week, and we're dry next week. And then you got to watch this thing. I know it keeps trying to develop something off the coast there. So let's go look a closer look here at our temperatures, because it is going to get cold. It is going to get quite cold. I went over this in the last weather update, but I'll show you how cold it's going to get. So this is the GFS. So tomorrow won't be too cold. It'll be low 60s, maybe even middle 60s in New Jersey. And then for Friday we start cooling off because we have the clouds coming in. And then here comes that front for Saturday. We're not making it out of the 40s on Saturday, I don't think. Sunday, a little warmer because we'll have a little more sunshine. We'll be in the low to mid 50s, still below normal, but it will be more pleasant. But we'll still have that breeze. And then it looks like next week we see a little bit of a warm up, but still below normal. Maybe a little bit of a warm up toward next week. So we're in the core of this right now, basically, with the temperatures. Oh, here we go. 850 temperatures. This is what I wanted. I think this is it. Yes. Okay, here we go. So I want to show you this because this is where we're going to see that really cold air come in at the upper levels. So here we go. Friday into Saturday. Look at Saturday. Look at these 850 temperatures. So these 850 temperatures are well below freezing. And that would indicate that any showers that would pop up could have snow or even graupel with these below temperatures. And there's going to be there's going to be a very steep lapse rate because the sun is very strong. So that's going to help if we take a sounding here. You'll see there's going to be a very steep lapse rate. So I'll be 50 at the surface. If we go up to 850, we're already 800. We're already getting close to the freezing mark. And then we're below that freezing mark. So we have a lot of instability in the air, and that's going to help generate these showers and possibly even thunderstorms on Saturday as well. Thunderstorm with graupel possible, and the winds will also be very strong. You notice how strong those winds are. If we go up even above 850 and we look at the 700 MB temperatures, this will really show up how cold it is going to be on Saturday. So we'll show you this again. See how that cold air just comes right in on us at the upper levels. So if we look at these 700 MB temperatures, we've got temperatures aloft, further up, 20 below, 15, 20 below. So this is really going to have a really steep lapse rate, and this is what I'm talking about. When we see these kind of things, we're going to see a lot of instability on Saturday, and the wind is also going to be very strong. You'll notice that the wind is also very strong as well, looking at that. So you're really dealing with really intense trough over our area on Saturday. It'll be an upper level low kind of thing, an upper level disturbance that we're going to be dealing with. And then we're still going to be dealing with it a little bit on Sunday, but then it starts retreating. So that's interesting. I don't usually show you those products, but I felt it was relevant in this weather update. So we're going to go back to our precipitation view and look at the NAM 12 kilometer. All right, I don't have enough of the 18Z. We'll have to use the 12Z. So after we're done with this storm, which won't all be that impressive, Thursday's dry. Looks like a couple of little showers pop up there north of the area on Friday. And then Friday is the day we may have to watch out. And I'm really hoping that the rain waits until later because I don't want to have to stay in again. All right, I'm staying in today, and I'm hoping that it waits off until later. But the NAM seems to want to bring it in right around 21Z, which is 5 o'clock or so. So, and it brings it in, and then we have this low. It looks like it has the low track over area. But look upstate. Look at that. Snow. It has snow breaking out upstate, which is very interesting. So you'll see here that we may even see a little bit of this rain and this snow, perhaps. And then we've got these tight isobars over our area. And there's your lake effect. Look at that. So those are the showers we're talking about. And you can see NAM thinks the temperature is going to be cold enough that if we do get a shower on Saturday, it could be of the frozen variety, graupel or snow, perhaps, on Saturday, and it's going to be quite stormy. So you're going to have two not so nice days in a row again. Looking at these winds, so you can see here are the winds on Saturday, and these are sustained winds. These sustained winds are sustained in the 20-mile-an-hour. We may need a high wind warning for Saturday. The winds are going to be extremely strong. You can see this 981 low, and then you have this 1037 high here, sandwiched together, tight isobars, big pressure gradient, and you're going to have these very strong winds that are going to be coming down across the area. And then once we get into Sunday, they'll relax a little bit. But wow, it's going to be very interesting as we get into the weekend. It's going to be a very interesting situation. So let's go look at back to the GFS here. Let me no, we'll go back to the let me go to the HRRR, and I want to look at the precipitation again, so we can just take a look at the system that we're dealing with now. So here's the system that we're dealing with now. You'll see here that rain that's going to kind of linger over our inland. Maybe after 9 o'clock we'll start to see it slowly taper off. But it's going to be a wet evening, I think. It won't dry out until tomorrow. So we'll go back to the GFS and we'll look at our sky conditions next. Only really nice day right now looks like tomorrow. So we get rid of the clouds, I think, and then we have mostly sunny skies by late morning, afternoon. And then the clouds roll in pretty quick on Friday, and then we're dealing with clouds. And then Saturday, the sun might try to peek out, but then it's just going to create more instability. And more instability cloudiness, so I think we'll see quite a bit of that on Saturday. Sunday, maybe more in the way of sun, but it's still generating some clouds here. And then next week, hopefully, we'll have better conditions. Looks like some clear skies next week and nicer weather, fortunately. We got to get through this weekend first, though, before we get there. So let's look at the NAM. NAM, 3 kilometer. Again, I want to use the 12Z. So I'll show you the skies for tomorrow. So actually, we may have enough of the 18s in to show you the skies for tomorrow. Yeah. It's not going to go far enough out until Saturday anyway. So I'm just showing you Friday. So here is Friday. You can see, it looks like it does have, said if you get out or in the early afternoon, you're probably going to be able to beat the rain. So I have to do that on Friday. But anyway, I think I do have enough of the 18s in to at least look at tomorrow. 22 hours of it, so yeah. So have some clouds around in the morning, and then we should be mostly sunny by 11 a.m. or so. It should be mostly sunny across the area, so it should be nice. And it shouldn't be too windy either, so that's the good news in that. I will look at the RGEM model too as well for skies. I've been using this one too a little bit. So this one clears us out a little faster, and maybe some cumulus. This might actually be some cirrus actually. I don't know if that's cumulus or cirrus. Let me just see. That rolls in later Friday night. I'm thinking that would be high clouds. Let me see. This doesn't do that. I have to go to another model. I don't want to do that. But anyway, regardless, it's going to be sunny tomorrow because this is after the sun goes down, and we'll be dealing with some of those clouds. Let's go look at I guess we're done with this site, right? By the way, this site is tropicaltidbits.com if you want to use this site. So let's go to the windy.com site, and we will look at the winds that we will be dealing with as well. Because I'm going to use this to look at the next storm that's going to be coming in. This event on Saturday. So I want to show you these sustained winds on Saturday. Saturday afternoon, I think we'll be getting the worst of it. So these are the sustained winds on Saturday, and you can see sustained winds around 30 miles an hour or so. So very strong sustained winds. And if we go and we look at the gusts, it's going to be even worse now. It has us getting above 50 miles an hour. So again, this uses the European model, and it has the winds gusting over 50. So it's possible we may see a high wind warning in effect for Saturday. Perhaps. As far as tomorrow goes, though, I don't think we'll be seeing light winds tomorrow. There might even be a sea breeze developing in the afternoon. So tomorrow we won't have an issue with the wind. It's Saturday that we're going to be dealing with these high winds, and then Sunday it'll probably still be a little breezy. Yeah, it'll still be breezy, but not as bad. But still breezy with the west wind. Um, those are the wind gusts up to 30, and then 15 mile an hour wind gusts. And the wind is annoying when you're reading outside because yeah, the other day I was eating outside and the wind, it was the wind gust just came and like took everything. It was horrible. It just this is not a way to live. Yeah, but that'll be for another video. So I do want to look at the temperature too on this as well. So this is Sunday, so it has us getting in the mid 50s on Sunday, but let's take a look at Saturday. So Saturday, we're going to be struggling to reach the mid 40s. This is going to be a very cold, unstable air mass that's going to be moving in on Saturday. And if we look at the clouds, you'll see it looks like it has snow showers over us. So I think we'll be seeing if there is any precipitation on Saturday. It's going to be interesting for sure because we could be seeing some graupel or snow showers. It's going to be very interesting to look at the sky on Saturday. Saturday is going to be a very interesting day, very unusual for this time in May for sure. To see this, and dare I say it, maybe we can get a snow shower and maybe it'll whiten the ground a little bit. Something we couldn't do all winter long, But anyway, I think that's going to wrap up this weather update. Enjoy tomorrow. Take care, everybody.